Hey guys, so we're gonna be probably back with another. This is another episode of the Taco Imposters. I think this is a video version this time. I'm gonna try video for one of them, so we'll see if that's gonna do anything. Again, don't really know what to talk about, but I guess we'll talk about some other stuff. I don't know, like Nintendo and they're like small. They not just. It's actually old news by now, but it's what's it called? Their new Nintendo like Switch thing. It's like a smaller Switch. The Joy Cons don't detach, and yeah, I don't know what I think about it because it's like $100 cheaper. But again, that's $100 US cheaper whenever they say that kind of stuff. Or no, it's $100 cheaper for everyone, but like it's still expensive for me because I'm in Canada and that it's expensive. I think dollars expensive, so it's just much more expensive. So so it's I was surprised that they didn't just go completely 100% digital and just be like, yeah, well, he's got no game, or yeah, you got no game slot. So, or did wait? Let me look at this stuff. I'm actually not 100% sure if it did. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Let's do this. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's look at the specs on this. What it was again? I don't exactly remember. You can already pre-order them. Okay. 260. That's 260 Canadian. Yeah, it is. 260 Canadian. That's not bad because it's a little bit more than half because because the Switch here is 400 in Canada. 400. That's 400 Canadian. So it's a little bit less. That's like 350 in American. 300. So where is the Switch specs? Whatever. Let me see what it got. It's a huge deal. Well, it's a huge deal, not really, but okay. Let me look at the Wikipedia about it. I don't know. Maybe they have a Wikipedia article on it. Probably already have one. Yeah. Probably. Let's see. Go to here. Go to here. Go to here. Go to here. So yeah. Let's come on. Taking forever. There we go. Nope. So it only comes up with Nintendo Switch. Or maybe there's like a section under Switch for Switch Lite. Maybe. Let me see. Here's your Switch. But then where's the Switch Lite? Is there any? Oh, there it goes. Switch Lite. Aha. You saw it right here. Switch Lite. On July 10th, Nintendo announced, yes, okay. Switch's integrated Joy-Cons as a part of the hardware. It uses a smaller screen, yes, and regular touch. No, directional pad will replace the four the buttons. Yeah, that's a big thing people were talking about. Because people hated playing like old school kind of games, like 16-bit or 8-bit like style games with the stupid four buttons. Because basically it's like four individual buttons, not a D-pad. And people were just like, that's just so stupid, though. I don't get it. Why? Why would you want that? Why is that a thing? And it's like, well, it is. It's a thing. Why? I don't know. I don't know. People were just like, give us a real D-pad because Nintendo has been really good with having like really good D-pads. It's just that for some reason on the Switch they were like, nope, no D-pad. I'm like, why? I don't really care. I don't have a Switch yet, but a lot of people were just complaining that like, what? Why? Why would you? Why? I don't get it. But hey, what are you gonna do? What else is there? Yes, the battery. Despite the smaller battery. Oh no, it has smaller battery. The unit will no longer accept playtime between recharges. Wait, the unit has a longer expected playtime between battery charges compared to the original Switch model, estimated to be 3 to 7 hours. Well, that's because it's not running a lot, right? It's gonna have a better battery life, but that's only because it's not running as well. So really, it's not getting a better battery life. It's just that it's made the whole thing less powerful, so it doesn't run like it doesn't eat up battery as quickly, I guess. What else is there? Battery life due to the smaller screen size, the SoC hardware being used, and the removal of certain power consumption features. I don't care. As such, the Switch only directly supports games that can be played in handheld mode. Oh yeah, that was the other thing people didn't like. They're like, if the game is 100% not handheld mode, it's crap. It's not gonna work. It's like what? What? So if it doesn't support handheld mode at all, which what? I want to see. Come on, it doesn't won't play on it. I'm like, but how many games don't support handheld mode though? Come on. Support handheld mode. Aha. Support handheld. There we go. Let me see. Since there is no Kickstarter on Switch Lite, you'll need a stand to prop kickstand. Sorry. That's the other thing, but people are like, nobody cares though, because you're not going to be playing it with friends, really. At least not to the same extent you would with the other one, because like you can play with friends, but like it's more of a personal experience. I don't know. I don't know. So, okay, Switch games that aren't in conventional handheld mode. Oh, these aren't as convenient. I don't care about convenience. I want every Nintendo Switch game that doesn't support handheld mode. There we go. So let's see what games are not going to be able to play on Switch Lite. Let's see. You're not going to be able to play. Let me see. There's a list of games here somewhere. Found on imore.com. Okay, so here we go. Switch games that aren't convenient. Okay, Switch games that don't support handheld mode at all. What? That's stupid. No. No, that's dumb. Because you can play Super Mario Party in handheld mode because Nintendo, in their trailer for the game, they freaking were showing people playing. You can connect the damn things together. Of course you can. It's stupid. 1-2 Switch? Nobody cares. Just Dance? Nobody cares. Fitness Boxing? Nobody cares. You can't play Nintendo level in handheld mode. Yeah, you can. What are you talking about? You put it in the thing and have things do things. You put it in your little contraption that you've made out of cardboard. No, that's stupid. Other games that are that. Oh yeah, and then here are the ones that rely on motion controls, which you're not going to be able to use because it doesn't have motion controls. Arms, Doom, Fee, Fortnite. Okay, that's I don't know if that's actually going to be that big. Gal, Metal, Go Vacation, Human Resource Machine, Immortal Redneck, LA Noir, Little Inferno, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Ooh, it doesn't rely on it like super big, I'm sure, but you probably still play it. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Tennis Aces, Non-Wall, Okami, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, Resident Evil Revolutions, Revelations 1 and Revelations 2, Sausage Sport Club. Let's say okay, that's weird. Sharon Kagura Reflections, Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2. Did that is that another one where you can turn it off if you don't have want it? I don't know. Teiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, and World of Goo. Okay. The fun mini games offered in the silly multiplayer uses technology that you won't find in the Switch Lite. Oh. Wait. Won't find in the Switch Lite. For instance, some of I'm reading for the what's it called? Mario Party. For instance, some of these mini games rely on HD rumble, while others require you to swing around a detached Joy-Con. So that's why you're not gonna be able to play this game. Okay. Yeah, right. They have HD rumble where it's like, cause there's the one where like you have the Joy-Con, you're holding the Joy-Con, and you have to wait for the rumble, and you have to click like immediately when like you feel it. Okay, I remember that one. Right. And then there's ones. Oh yeah, right. Where like you have a balloon and you have to go like this with the on, and you're like pumping up a balloon. Right. There's those that you can't play on the Switch. I don't know. Or Switch Lite. Sorry. Joy-Con. As we previously mentioned, the Switch Lite doesn't have HD rumble. Yeah, I know that. And the Joy-Cons don't detach. Yeah. Be able to play the game on the smaller Switch, but you'll need to pair a set of Joy-Cons to having a stand will also make it easier for everyone to for every player to see what's happening on the screen as well. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it'll affect too many people. Honestly, I really don't think that too many people are going to actually buy that system. No offense. Or too many hardcore people are going to buy that system. It's going to be something very much for like your younger, whatever, your younger child or your younger brother or your cousin or whatever. That's what's going to happen. I think maybe more people are going to do that. That's what's going to happen. But I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. Nintendo Labo, you can't play. Labo games work by placing detached Joy-Cons into cardboard. Oh, that part is why you can't play. Use it. Okay. Yeah, and you probably can't use it because of like the size. Since it's like fully like, since they're non-detachable, they're not detachable. It's probably just too big. The thing probably gets way too big at that point. When you when you put like the screen inside something, probably just like doesn't fit anymore. I don't know. Ubisoft Just Dance. Nobody cares about Just Dance. I'm sorry. Nobody cares about fitness boxing. I'm sorry. Okay, what about Breath of the Wild? You can't? I don't know about you, but I had to detach my Joy-Cons from my console in order to effectively complete many of the motion controlled puzzles found in the various shrines. Oh, that's what it was? I don't know. I never played it, so. I didn't watch anybody play it, so. Breath of the Wild, so. Uh, like the ones featured above. I have no idea. That's me. I have no idea. But yeah, so. I don't know. A real big problem to me, really. Now, there's something about I can say, what is Mario Odyssey stuff? Okay, a key part of Mario's adventures collecting power moons. The thing is, many of them are hidden. Okay, they're hidden. The game alerts you to nearby secrets. Yeah, secret goodies by vibrating your controller. But the Switch Lite doesn't have HD. Doesn't have HD rumble, so it's gonna vibrate. Yeah, but come on, so many people are gonna be like, you don't need that. That's what so many people are going to say. They're going to say, you don't need that. You really don't need it to play the game. Additionally, when playing this game on the original Switch, a second player can take control of Cappy, Mario's hat. Right. Really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Hat friend. When in handheld mode, the ability is taken away. Really? The only way to bring it back would be to pair wireless controllers to Switch Lite. Okay, so you can still do it. Whatever. Um, what else? Pokemon. Really, you can't play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. When played on the original Switch, these Pokemon games allow you to throw Pokeballs using the motion control. Oh yeah, and even allow you to have the second player play along with you. However, these options aren't available in handheld mode since it requires the swinging motion on the Joy-Con in one instance and support Joy-Cons in other instead of Joy-Cons on others. You'll still be able to play these games in handheld mode, but it takes yeah. But to take advantage of the features previously mentioned, you'll need to pair an extra set of Joy-Cons. Okay, you're saying this like they're not able to play them at all, but really, you're just saying in if you just had the system, yeah. But if you pair it to Joy-Cons, sure. But that's what everyone figured out. They're like, yeah, but you can play all these games. You can play literally almost every game if you pair it with the Joy-Cons, because you'll get the motion controls and you'll get the rumble and all that stuff. So really, what's the problem here? Like, there is no problem. The world ends with you. Final remix. Okay, I don't care. What do you think? Do you feel? How do you feel about the Switch Lite? I don't know. It's a cool idea, but I don't know. Everyone was really waiting for like a better Switch, either a Switch XL or just a Switch Pro or whatever. Just they're waiting for something better. So when they what nobody was surprised when this came out. They're like, yeah, we predicted this, but a lot of people were like, I predicted this, but they're more excited for like when the big Switch comes out. So from what from the people I've heard, I've watched like reviews and stuff by people or like thoughts by people, and they're like, this is cool and all, but we're waiting for the big Switch. Now, what are you talking about? Switch games that aren't convenient? Okay, there's Switch games that don't support handheld mode. Come on, of course Mario Party supports handheld mode. Oh, oh, I get what they're saying now. I get what they're saying now. They're saying without detaching the Joy Cons, handheld mode is not okay. I see. For Mario Party, okay. Yeah, because you need to move the Joy Cons and you need to the HD Rumble, right? I get what they're saying now. It's like, of course you can. They showed that in the trailer, but no, 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 no. That's with the Joy Cons detached. Okay, okay. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Oh no. Wait, where does it go? Go down to the switch light. Where's the switch light? Where's this hardware revisions? Oh, wait, revision of the Switch hardware. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what I think about that thing. It's kind of odd, but again, everyone predicted it. It wasn't like oh yeah, people were like surprised when this came out. No, because they looked at Nintendo previously and they go, you either get a. So they looked at something like the Wii and they looked at something like the 3DS. Oh, and I guess the DS, but and like the Game Boy stuff. Well, I guess a lot of systems they did a revision. I think they did a revision of every system. Anyway, but they looked at the Wii and they looked at the 3DS and they go, the Wii made a very small, like a smaller version and a more compact, and they got rid of a few features that they thought were unnecessary. Well, not unnecessary, but they thought that some people would be like, oh yeah, I don't need this feature. I really don't need this feature. Like on the Wii Mini, what do they call that? It's called the Wii Mini. What is it called? The Wii Mini. Anyway, on the Wii, smaller Wii, whatever it was, it was like what was it called? Yeah, Wii Mini. The Wii Mini didn't have GameCube support, didn't have GameCube controller ports, and it didn't have internet. So it was just a way to play the Wii. So that's it, just the Wii. And then the 3DS had 3DS XL. So they looked at the Wii and they went, okay. So they made smaller, and then they looked at the 3DS and they went bigger. Well, I guess the DS started with the DSi, but 3DS like they went bigger. And they just predicted they're going to be both of those things. There's going to be a smaller version, less smaller screen, less specs, like lower specs, and then specs, and then there's going to be a bigger one. Oh, maybe detachable, undetachable Joy-Cons, non-detachable Joy-Cons, and there's going to be a bigger one where it's going to be bigger, better screen, maybe better battery life, stuff like that. So, so everyone just predicted it was nothing hard. What do I think? I don't know. I'm not 100% on it just because it's not that much better. It's because people. The other thing people are saying is people are saying stuff like, yeah, but for well, you have to buy separate Joy Cons, and if this is your first system, it's kind of stupid. But because like you have to buy extra Joy Cons, and you'd have to buy yeah, like extra Joy Cons, and it costs you like how much are Joy Cons right now? How much are Switch Joy-Con price? Right here. So they are 79.99. You get two. Wait. The left or right Joy-Cons can be purchased for 49.99 each. Keep in mind that each controller has slightly different functionality. They're they're not all the same. A bundle of both controllers, yeah, 79.99. So it's 49.99 each, or 79.99 for one. It's $80. A lot of people are saying, yeah, but for $100 more, you could just get the full Switch. And why would? What's the point? Like, they're like, what's the point? You can get for $100 more, you can get the regular Switch, and it has controllers, and it has detachable controllers, and you can play it on a TV. So there's no point in having the other one. I'm just like, and I'm like, it's a valid point though. When you think about it, it's a very valid point. It's a very, very valid point. But hey, I don't care really. I don't think a lot of people are gonna buy this. No, I think it's gonna be like the Wii Mini. It's gonna be remembered as like a meh version of the other one of the Switch. So, like the Wii Mini was a really poopy version of the Wii. Be also, I never heard anybody ever had one ever, like ever when it came out. Like I never even heard of this until years later. Until like a few years ago, I was like, oh, this was a thing. Oh, okay. Hey, whatever. I don't care. I don't know. How much are those going for now? Let me look at eBay. How much are Wii Minis going for? I don't think they're going for too crazy. At least I don't think so. Let me look up. Wii Mini. They are going for whatever loads. $75. Oh, see, look, the top one, $75. The bottom one, $10. Oh, I remember that when the Wii came out. It reminds me of when the Wii came out, right? It was two. What is the Wii price? What was the Wii price? Wii original price. Originally, it was launch price was 250. I bought mine for 219. My friend bought his for I think 200, and then it just kept going down. Like it just kept going down. One, one eight, 170 with a 175, and then like 150, and then one, and then like 75, and then 60 and 50 and 4. Oh, it's crazy. There was a point in time where you could buy I believe this is what my friend told me because I think he saw it in a store. Anyway, you could buy a Wii with controllers and one game, like not Wii Sports, like one game. It came with one game for $40. I was like, "You're kidding me?" He goes, "No." And we just yeah, but because I was like, "Why didn't we wait?" Yeah, but it was like way at the end of the lifespan, way at the end, like 2000 and freaking 13, when they were still technically making games for it because they made what's it called 2011 and then whatever. But I don't know. I remember that though. It was crazy. C75 10. Well, looking on eBay and the average price is like stupid. Okay, let's see what they sold for. Refine. Go to where are they? Sold. Where's the little sold listings? Here we go. It is $50. What? 30. Oh, I thought it was the Wii Mini. No, it's a Nintendo Classic for $204. Stupid people. $136. What idiot bought it for $136? You stupid. Yeah, now. And then after that, they were in bargain bins for like 20, 30, $40 Wii's. It was crazy. With like a bunch of games, you know? I remember that. The best time to buy a Wii was like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there, because they were in like every like secondhand shop and bargain bins everywhere. You buy them for like nothing. It was crazy. I knew people who buy them like that. I knew somebody. What was it, like 2 years ago? He bought it for $40 plus like a stack of games, like a whole bunch of games. And I think it came with two controllers too, two Wiimotes. So I'm like, oh. But I wanted a game. I wanted the Wii when it came out. I did. I didn't even buy it when it came out. I bought it 2 years later, but I bought it in 2008. It came out in 2006. I bought it in 2008. So yeah, I don't love the Wii. No, it's a great system. With my first system, but I don't love the Wii. Not the first system I played, but the first system that was my system that I got. The first system I played was the N64, and I love that thing so. No, no, that's a lie. The first time I played was a Sega Genesis at a dentist's office. At my dentist's office. Played Sonic 2. That's the first system I played. Second system I played was first system I had was an N64, but I had it years later. So I had it years and years later. So Wii Mini. Yeah, the Wii Mini's going for kind of stupid prices. Who's buying it for $174? Oh wait, it comes with a bunch of stuff. What's it coming with? What's this one come with? This one comes with Wii Sports Mini Bundle. It comes with Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Mario Kart Wii, and Wii Sports Resort, and two controllers and two nunchucks and a racing wheel. Okay, it's not that horrible. Well, Wii Sports, but came with every Wii. So that was a great idea. That was amazing. That was fantastic. Uh, what's it called? Fantastic idea. Fantastic thing that Nintendo did, putting Wii Sports Resort in every single Wii ever. Well, not every single Wii ever, but like for like the first, what was it, like 3 or 4 or 5 years? It was crazy. They had it was in every Wii. You know, that game is such a. It's the perfect game because it just shows. It's like a tech demo. It was a very good tech demo to demonstrate all the features that the Wii had. It wasn't the greatest game, no, but there's still people today who talk about like I can Wii bowl like a pro. It's like, well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, that was what people did with it. They Wii bowled. That was the one game they pulled out of that system. That was the one thing they pulled out of that game that people still do today. And then they pulled out Wii Sports Resort, and I was so hyped for Wii Sports Resort, and then it ended up just being like mediocre. It wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it certainly wasn't great. It was like meh, meh, because it wasn't a super crazy improvement from Wii Sports. That was the thing. It wasn't a super crazy improvement. It wasn't like, oh, this blows the other one out of the water. No, it's just like, oh, it's a very incremental difference. I was like, oh, okay. So, oh, the only argument I ever saw for why this Wii Mini existed was it was Middle Jesus, and it was he was doing it with Casey, and they were doing like the buying guide, and he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Why do you think this?" I think Middle Jesus asked him, "Why do you think this is a thing?" And he goes, "Well, in Canada, it was only produced in Canada, and then it came out. Did it come out in America eventually? I don't remember. What's the original price of the Wii Mini? Wii Mini. Yeah, so he's like, not me, we mini. Freaking idiots. Mini $99. Oh right, it was $99 plus what's it called? Plus Mario Kart Wii. Right. That's what it. Well, I don't know if it enticed anybody, but like it was a good deal. That was a pretty good deal. Anyway, well, it was an okay deal. Was it come with the racing wheel? New mini cost $99 and came with wheel nut plus 8. See? Wait. Plus a nunchuck. Oh, it also came with a nunchuck? Okay, forget it. That's amazing. Well, no, actually. The original Wii came with a nunchuck. Plus Wii. See? Plus a copy of Wii Sport. Mario Kart Wii. Anyway, so the only argument I ever heard was he said it came out in Canada, right? And it originally came out in Canada, and a lot of people have cottages up in Canada that just have no internet, and so they don't care for like. I still don't understand why they didn't have the GameCube support, but it didn't have internet, so they don't care. They don't need it. And I'm like, that's stupid because why did they get rid of the GameCube support then? Huh? The argument kind of goes down the tubers at that point. Because they don't need internet to play GameCube games. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. There was a time when you could buy one for like nothing. I mean, now, what are we going for now? They are selling for 33. See, 33.45, 100 and something, but that comes with like 4 controllers, 9 games, Wii Fit pad. Okay, maybe. So he's selling a lot of five. Yeah, he's selling a lot of five. Okay, or Wii U's. And then you go to the Wii U, and they're still expensive. They're still stupid expensive. They had one price drop. I think it was from 250 to 200, or is it 300 to 250, something like that. And it never went down in price ever again. And they're still going for like 150, 200. I'm like, why? What the heck? 250. I'm like, why? Nobody wants these. Nobody wants these for that. Like, nobody's gonna buy them for this price. Are you stupid? I don't know. People think it's worth a lot because they spent. That's something I figured out because I'm trying to buy stuff online a lot. Like I'm looking at like Letgo and Kijiji and Craigslist and then like and like garage sale, and like Facebook Marketplace, right? And everyone doesn't understand that just because you bought it for that price or you put this much money into whatever doesn't mean it's gonna be worth that. Doesn't mean people gonna pay that, right? Like people, because like I'm trying to buy a phone, right? And people think, hey, I spent $1,000 on it, and it's like, good for you. It's not worth $1,000 anymore. It depreciates in 1 year. It is gone. It's literally half that price in 1 year because it's obsolete in some way. They don't get it. I don't know. People don't get that. That's what I don't like about this. It's like, no, just because you bought it for that price doesn't mean it's still worth that price or more. Well, I want to get more out of it. It's like, I don't care. I'm sorry. And that happens a lot with cars. They'll put a lot of work into their car and then just be like, yeah, but it doesn't mean that I put freaking $10,000 into it, $50,000 into it. It's like, yeah, I don't care. It's not worth that much. I'm sorry you put so much money into it, but that's it. I'm sorry, it's not worth that much. Sorry, but hey, whatever. I don't care. You know. And then there's lots of people who have things like, hey, hacked system full of lots of games. I'll and then they play it for more expensive. Hacked Wii, lots of games on it. Hey, it's like, no, stop. I don't care. It's not worth the money. Also, that's illegal, first of all. And two, it's still not worth that much money. It's still not worth a lot. You paid for free. Yeah, but I went through the trouble of putting it on there. I was like, I don't care if you spent time putting it on there. I'm not paying that. Like, no, it's stupid. Like, they want to charge more. I'm like, no, because I went through all the effort to like do the process, and the process isn't that hard. So it's not like they spent like 6 hours and they know and they're qualified and they know all the like little tricks. No, no, stop. No, it's like, yeah. So I don't know. People are stupid sometimes. They're like, well, lots of money. Hey, I put lots of money into it, or I paid a lot of money for it. It's like, I don't care if you paid a lot of money for it. You paid a lot of money for it like 5 years ago too. So 4 or 5 years ago. So especially with phones, they think like a 4 or 5 year old phone that they spent $1,000 on is going to be worth $1,000 4 or 5 years later. I'm like, no, it really isn't. You know, stop trying to get $1,000, or they'll put it down like to 800, and you're like, but no, it's still not worth that. Now it's worth like half that, if that. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing people were saying about the Switch Mini, is you can get a Xbox One S for like 200 for the same price, and you're like, uh. So the argument was like, yeah, but so they're like, just get this one, it's better. Or Xbox, or sorry, or PlayStation 4 Pro for like the same price. So it's like, oh, about 200, 250, whatever. So it's like, it doesn't justify the price for that one. They're like, it's not as like cost. It doesn't bring it down that much when you actually take in consideration that you have to buy Joy-Cons. So if you get Joy-Cons, it's like for $30 more, you could buy a full Switch. So just buy a regular Switch. So I don't know. The Wii Mini console. Can you still buy one on Amazon? How much are they selling for on Amazon? Wii Minis. We just for kicks for SSDs. What is it? Selling for 69.50. Hmm. Yeah. They think their stuff's worth a lot of money. It's like, no. They think because they paid $1,000 for it, they want to get their $1,000 back. It's like, yeah, no, that's not how that works. Or they spend a lot of money on whatever. Hey, I spent $250 on my Wii U. I want to get $250 out of it, or more. It's like, no, no, the thing isn't worth like $75. So stop. It isn't even worth $100. So like 75. But anyway, whatever. I don't care. I'm just like, I want one. I want a Wii U, but I'm also just like, yeah, but I'm not paying the 200. Look, the 200 and $250 and 100 and something. And then you think you're getting a good deal when you see them for like 100, but then you look and you're like, they want like that's without the gamepad, and you need the gamepad to use the Wii U, and so you end up with like having to spend probably another $100 just on the gamepad because they know they sucker you, they get you. They're like, we'll sell you the gamepad. I'm sorry, we'll sell you the system, right? For like nothing, and you're like, I'm actually getting a deal. This is amazing, and then you don't get a gamepad. And then they suck you because they're like, well, now you need a gamepad, so I'm going to charge you exuberant amounts of money because I know that you need it. It was like one time at my summer camp, what 3 years ago. This guy in a car, he comes driving by and he goes, "Do you know where the nearest gas station is?" He needed gas, right? And so my boss was just like, "Yeah, yeah, it's over, whatever, go down the road." And then one of my coworkers was like, "Wait, we could have charged them like so much money on gas because we have gas there for like lawnmowers and boats and stuff, right?" And so it's just like we could have charged him like so much money on gas because we know that he needed gas. We could have charged him $100 a gallon on gas, and they would have just been like, fine, because they needed gas. They were like, because they also said they're like, we really need gas. We really need gas. You know, they could have charged like absorbent amounts of money on gas, like $100 on gas. We could have charged them $100 a liter on gas, or $100 a milliliter on gas, a microliter on gas, and they would have been like, fine. Anyway, it's when you're needing something, then you get desperate. Like, oh, damn it, I have to pay this money because I need it. That's what these Wii U people are doing. See, look, $100 for a Wii U. That's great. But wait, what's it saying? The Wii U replacement console. See, it's console only though, so you'll pay probably another $100 just for the gamepad. Stupid thing. 130 is not horrible for one, but I don't want to spend that. It should be the same as the Wii. Freaking dirt cheap, but no. People still think they can get $52 for console only. That's not that bad if you spend $100. That's $150 on another gamepad maybe, but on a gamepad, but I don't know. I'm just gonna wait for them to be in bargain bins for like at like their stores in like 5 years maybe, maybe a little bit less, maybe like 3 for nothing. So that's when I'll buy one. When like I see it in a when they're selling everything plus like a stack of games for like nothing because nobody wants them. When they're at flea markets and thrift stores and what's it called places. So yeah. So hey, see look, Mario 3D World. Oh god, that's a lot. $238. But what's it come with? 3D World Deluxe set. No. They also think that they're like cool deluxe version of it, their special version, is worth a lot of money. I'm like, no, it's not worth more than the regular one. Sometimes, really. So, like there's Zelda one right here. See, $107. See, look, $119.16 just for the gamepad. What the heck? That's ridiculous. How does nobody realize that? That's not worth that. But these are what they're selling for. People are buying these. What the heck? Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. It's just dumb. So, anyway, I don't care. This is stupid. Very stupid. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Secondhand everything. It's it was Nintendo's worst system. It was it was um undoubtedly Nintendo's worst system just because it like didn't do anything right. It had a weird what's it called? Gamepad thing that they didn't utilize very well. It had no third party support. The Wii U. I'm talking about the Wii U. Had no third party support, or had virtually no third party support. And then port. So I mean, not that it's games weren't good. The first party games weren't good, but but it had no third party support. I don't know. It's just a weird time in Nintendo where it's like, huh? What? People didn't like it. I don't know. People always regard it as terrible, but then you realize you're like, yeah, but it has still had good games. Yeah, it had good games. It had uh, Mario parties. Well, actually, did it have Mario Party? It did, but they were awful because it was in the cart thing. Never mind. It had Mario Kart 8. It had Splatoon. It had um, Mario Maker. It had Smash Bros. It didn't have bad games. They were still good games. It's just for some reason people just hate it. Like they just hate it. They're like, this is so bad. And I'm like, why is it so bad? What's wrong with it? I think it was that whole gamepad thing and like I don't know, just I don't know. It's really bad. People don't like that system at all. Yeah. So I don't know. Nintendo was weird that way. Yeah. I think it also because the Wii was like such a good system that the when it came to the Wii U, it wasn't like a huge, massive. This is so good. We've gone so much better now. It's like no, not particularly. So you know, not crazy much better. Like, oh, this is better and so much better. Like, no, it's just kind of meh. So I don't know. It's kind of yeah. It was very meh. Other people's arguments were like, the name was awful. Wii U. People thought it was just another accessory for the Wii, like or like an add-on for the Wii. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about because nobody I talked to thought that that was that. Nobody I talked to, none. Nobody I knew thought that the Wii U. They all knew that it was another system. Anyway, so I don't know. But the commercials, when you do look at like original commercials, the original advertisements, trailers, and stuff for like the Wii U, it is very much not. They're not showing off like the few features that were new to the system. They were they were showing you Wii stuff with like a gamepad. So like things you could do in a Wii, but like with a gamepad. And like people thought like, so I guess people got the impression that that was a add-on, like the Wii U gamepad was just like another accessory or like another controller. I have no idea. And because the Wii had so many good things like Virtual Console and WiiWare and all that kind of stuff, like the Wii Shop was amazing. That people were just like, when it went to the Wii U, we were just like, oh, we lost a lot of that, and people just like didn't care at that point. They were just like, I don't know. I don't really care, but I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I always wanted one, so since the beginning. But I think that's why it didn't do very well. It sold 10 million, did it? I don't know how many. Let's go to Google. Figures. There you go. It sold. Here's the Wii U lifetime top 10. No, not that. I want Wii U console. Not list of selling game consoles. There you go. It sold. List of best selling game consoles. Okay, sure. It sold. How many? Yes, I know. Where's the Wii U? Where's the Wii U? Wii U. 13.56 million. But then you look at the next one, it sold 21 million, which is the GameCube. But then you look, see, if we look at the best selling one, which is the PlayStation 2, it sold 155 million. And then the next one under that is 100 as the Nintendo DS, and it sold 54 million, point two, point zero two. So the worst selling console of all time, Atari 2600, the worst selling console of all time. What's the worst selling console? Ah, okay. Oh, I'm just looking at the PSP right now. I never had a PSP, but I remember the PSP a lot. 'Cause my cousin had one, and one of my friends had one. Yeah, I always liked it because it was the more adult game version of like the DS. The DS was very more for kiddies and like it was very like cartoony and like whatever. But the Wii, but the Wii, but the game PSP was way more adult. It was way more like it had all the gritty games, it had all like the violent games, you know. So yeah, so I got one eventually, like years later. I got one like for Christmas last year. Bought one on eBay. Where is it? Ow. See? And I just, hacked it and put on all like the. I guess you could call it jailbreaking it. I don't know. I've heard it referred to as jailbreaking. And yeah, so it's and I put all like emulators on it. That's what it's good for now. It's good for emulation. It's not the games. It didn't have the best games on it. Let's be honest here. Or it didn't have memorable games that everyone goes, "Oh, I remember that game. Oh, that game was amazing." Oh, no. People just like, "Oh yeah, that game." You know. Oh yeah, I played like this and that on it, or I played whatever. It's like, no. From what I hear, a lot of people talk about stuff like, "Well, I jailbroke it. I jailbroke it and played a lot of like emulators." So also that was the era of like shovelware up the wazoo. You know. So with like the DS and the Wii and the I guess PS2 and PSP has had way too many shovelware games that just sucked. It was at a time when you just could pick any franchise thing existing between like 2006 and 5 and 2010 maybe 9, and it was like there was some stupid shovelware game that was just awful. A lot of Disney crap, just full on garbage. Can we do list of Wii games? Come on, list of Wii games. Here we go. And really bad point and click. No, sorry, like not point and click. Very bad um game game show games that just sucked. They just were awful. They were so bad. Like here, the first game, $100,000 Pyramid. Probably terrible. Probably really bad. I think the only reason it was bad was because every time you wanted to put in an answer for anything, you always had to point the pointer, point the remote, and like go and like choose your letter. Like la la la. Would have been so much better if you had like a controller. Then that wouldn't even work that well. If you had a keyboard, that would have been the best. But no. Or for multiple choice or something. I don't know. This is just horrible. Bad. 101. 101 and 1 party mini games. 101 and 1 sports party mini games. Megamix. Sorry, Megamix. 2 and 1 Power Stick. Indianapolis. Indianapolis 500. Legend. No, we're two aces. Oh, that was a good game actually. Or from what I saw. Bad sports games that sucked. Bad sports games that sucked because they were just. Why are you having motion controls in certain games? It was bad. The Adventure of Tintin the game. There was a Adventure of Tintin game on Wii. Interesting. But yeah, see, you get up into like the really bad games, you know. Wait, let me go to find all the shovelware. Wii Wii shovelware list. Here we go. And it was about the same. Like the DS was around at the same time, and usually there was a version on the DS and on the Wii. And the DS one was usually crap compared to the Wii one. But they were both garbage. Don't get me wrong. List of games notable for negative. What? Notable for negative reception. Oh, just in general. Oh, I was gonna say I'm like I just read a name here and I was like that was not on Wii. No, just in general. No, that's there we go. List of non-show. No, I want list of best and worst games on Nintendo Wii. No, complete Wii collection is an impressive sight. No, where's the no? Where's the shovelware list by genre? There you go. Shovelware list by genre. But is that all shovelware or is that Wii? Yeah, I guess so. Because I read a comment just said right here. It said where is it? I guess that really shows how shows Yeah, what I guess what this really shows is how subjective the term is, because like he only has like 25 games here maybe, and there were like a third of the whole library was shovelware crap, absolute crap. I'm sorry. There's so many of them though. They're just really bad games. Like pickup franchise, whether that was like Phineas and Ferb or SpongeBob or Yogi Bear or Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon or anything. There was just awful, awful versions of those games. They were shovelware crap. I know somebody who worked on some of those games too, and he was just like, yeah, he would make the game, and then he'd go see the movie about it, right? Whether it was a Disney movie or Yogi Bear or whatever, and he'd be like, what? This has nothing to do with anything. Why are we making it jump? Why are we doing this part of the game? Why does he have this? Why does he look like this? I'm like, ugh, or crap. God, yeah. So there's a lot of shovelware crap on there. Just a bunch of shovelware crap. So much shovelware crap. But hey, again though, they sold to like really young kids who didn't know better. So, mommy, I want a game about whatever favorite franchise, Phineas and Ferb or SpongeBob SquarePants or Wings Club, whatever your favorite franchise was at the time, and they got it, and they were just like they didn't know better. Even if they did think it was bad, they didn't know better, and they weren't gonna like your parents had just bought them a game, so it was like the whole thing of where like you bought a game, so that was it, and you had that game for probably 6 months, so till Christmas or maybe your birthday, if it was Christmas, maybe your birthday. So it was like, damn, I'm screwed to playing this game for like ever. So they also didn't know better, like what a better game was. So they were just like, this is crap. But hey, I don't know that necessarily because I'm an uneducated little kid who doesn't really care. So and doesn't really know what's better and doesn't really care because I'm like, well, it's okay. Like I had a few of those on Game Boy. Like, look, I had SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie. I had Rugrats Castle Caper. Oh, I also had a oh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, Fairly Odd Parents game. I had a Fairly Odd Parents game, Cliff or something, Cliff Ace Wonder Boy, whatever that guy's name was. And I had, oh come on, Lord of the Rings, whatever. I had Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Like they were shovelware crap. It was awful. They're bad. The SpongeBob one wasn't horrible. It was playable, but I did not like it. No, it was kind of whatever. Shovelware crap. Because I also had two good games. I had Star Wars. No, sorry, I had Star Wars. I had Star Wars trilogy or something on Game Boy, and then I had um Land 4, and those were really good games. And I played that to death, and I beat Star Wars like, and I wouldn't even be surprised if I beat it hundreds of times. Yeah, so good. Warrior Land 4 I did not beat until way later. Like years later after I had it. Like years later. Like 10 years later. No, maybe like 7, but still. Yeah. List of list of Wii shovelware. There's somewhere I can find a list of shovelware games. Here we go. Oh no, there's a list of non-shovelware games. I want list of shovelware. List of Wii games. Best and worst games on the Wii. Complete Wii collection. No, I guess I can't find it. Best of the Wii shovelware. Oh, there's hmm, from GameStop. Oh god, they're going down the crappers up to that place. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, lots of bad, bad. Everyone talks about like the PS2 era. I'm like, no, the Wii and the DS era had all the shovelware, didn't they? Didn't they? Wii Play is the best of the shovelware if you consider it shovelware. I don't consider Wii Play shovelware. It's a great game. Some people consider the Raving Rabbits games to be shovelware, but I like them. Dog Island is yeah, is genius at times. It's a shame most people do not understand the humor of it. Whoa! I just found it. Amazon Prime, like right on the side here. Amazon Prime, you can get the Switch for the Switch Lite for $200. It's not bad. Like 99. Sorry, 199.96. Interesting. Death Junior was actually fun. Kind of shocked me some. Yeah. So some. I was reading something off of the GameStop, like the comments in here. On last gen, I thought Ninja was shovel, but it was actually kind of good too. I almost rented because it reminded me of it. Rented Ninja Abroad. Okay. A lot of shovelware. Crap, just absolute crap. Yeah, just absolute crap. Too many, too many on the Wii. But yeah, so I think that's why they didn't like the Wii U because the Wii was such a good console that when the Wii U came out, it was just like a incremental upgrade. It wasn't like a crazy like this is so much better and brand new and like amazing. It was like oh, okay. They were just like it's okay, I guess. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Reminds me of like the shovelware. Reminds me of like the movies that came out. Like what was it like 2011 and 2012? There were like so many animated movies that came out that just people forget. You know, Norma the North. There was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. There was what else was there? There was Hotel Transylvania. There was Frankenweenie. There was um Paranorman. There was what else was there? There's a lot of movies that came out. Oh, Box Trolls and The Book of Life. A lot of games that came movies that came out then. And nobody remembers. They're like, oh yeah, that movie. And they're just like, meh, it's okay, it's me. Because they were just meh. They were just meh. They were just meh. Oh, Pirates, Band of Misfits. There were a lot of random games, movies that came out then. So. And then, yeah, then we go into Switch, and the Switch is like amazing, and it's doing fantastic, and everyone loves it, and it's great. The only thing they don't like is the online support. Online, because Switch Online is absolute garbage because it gives you nothing, basically. It gives you nothing, basically. It gives you online for like some games, or for the games, and then like Mario Kart, and Splatoon, and Smash Bros. And stuff like that, and then it gives you like Nintendo and NES games, which nobody cares about anymore. I'm sorry, nobody. I'm sorry. Look, nobody cares. They're not gonna play Mario 3 again for like the fourth time they've downloaded it. They bought the game. They're not buying it, or getting it again. Like stupid. Because that's the thing, right? For the people who really do want to play those games, they have better ways of doing it. They already have ways of doing it. They have better ways of doing it. So what's the point, right? That's my that's my thing. Cause like that's the thing. Cause I've talked about this before. It's emulation. I don't frown upon emulation when there's no good way of getting said thing. When there's no legal way of getting said thing, then yeah, I don't frown upon it. I'm like I don't blame people at all. I don't blame people at all. It's like when Nintendo took down two ROM sites, Love ROMs and Love Retro, and then Emu Paradise took down all their ROMs because they're like, yeah, we're not gonna even you know bother like we're not even gonna like what's the word I'm looking for? We're not even gonna take a chance, right? Take the risk, No, I don't have billions of dollars to spend, you know, on legal fees and all that. No, so he took them all down. But anyway, it's like, yeah, okay, sure, Nintendo. I could understand having this, right? I can understand and having, taking it down. If you had an, excuse me, if you had like a better way, a legal way, of getting these games, but you don't. And they claim, yeah, well, we have online and we have like Switch Online and all that. It's like, no, and Wii U, whatever. It's like, no, stop. Nobody wants to play the games that you offer. We're not going to emulation because we want Mario 3 for the 15th time. No, we want the games that you never put anywhere. Even if we're just looking at GameCube, sorry, if we're just looking at NES games, right? We are going to play the weird NES games, the weird out there esoteric weird backward weird games, badass games, on the Nintendo NES. Wally Bear in the No Game. We're gonna play Crazy Creatures. We're gonna play uh Sky Kid. We're gonna play those weird games that. We're not gonna play Zelda or Mario or Kirby or Metroid, again for the fifth time because no, we're not because there are other ways of playing them or better ways, or we've played them or whatever. That's why we're emulating. That's why we're grabbing all these ROMs. We're grabbing them because you don't have a legal way of getting these games. Everyone's argument is always um, Mario Sunshine. They've never, never, never put that game anywhere else than the GameCube. So people emulate it. Like, well, yeah, people are emulating it because there's no other way of playing it other than a GameCube. So if you don't have a GameCube and the game, people are like, well, I'm going to play it on emulate. I'm going to emulate it. I'm just going to emulate it. That's what I'm going to do. You know, that's like the argument. That's like the one game everyone's always like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Please, please, just put that somewhere else. They want it so badly, but whatever. I don't know. So that's the thing. I don't. I used to be as a kid because I thought I was a scared little kid, and I thought it always scared me. Like hacking and like those words scared the living crap out of me. I was like, they're gonna find you and they're gonna get you, and you're all gonna go to jail, and it's bad, and it's no, no, not at all. Well, it's still possible, but not to the extent I thought. Like they knew everything you're doing, and they're gonna find you and get you. It's like what? They weren't. No. But now I realize what it is, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, my my other my my I'm not motto, but my my thoughts on it are like, also, if they're not making money from the game, then then I'm fine with it. I don't care. Emulate all you want, So on like NES or Super Nintendo or 64 or PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 or GameCube or or Wii even. It's like, yeah, if you're not making money on it directly, then I'm fine. I don't care. It's when you're starting to make money and they start hacking. Like that was the thing. That's why I didn't like it back in the Wii era because the Wii, because they were hacking it to get games for, you know, I'm not sure they're getting games for free. I think so, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I never, knew how that worked really. But in the Wii era, when the Wii was around and making money, so that's where I didn't like it. Like now, I wouldn't go and hack my Switch if I had a Switch. I wouldn't hack my Switch because then that's illegal and they're making money and you're stealing money from people, like from Nintendo, right? They're not making money off of it anymore if you like download it or emulate it or whatever. So That's what I don't like. As long as they're not making money off of it anymore, I don't care. Have fun. Emulate all you want. Emulate. And there's also so many ways to emulate nowadays. There's your PC, and then there's Android, and there's every device Android under the sun, and then there's everything from like your Wii, your PlayStation 2, your Xbox, original Xbox, your Xbox 360, your PS3, uh your DS, your 3DS, your Wii U, your PSP, your PlayStation Vita. So many ways of emulating nowadays. It's crazy. Each better than the last. So like, phones are getting so good now that we can emulate crazy things like GameCube and stuff. It's insane. It's pretty insane. Where technology's gone. It's pretty insane where technology has gone. So like, where is it? This. So I bought this to emulate, and it does a pretty good job. Honestly, it really does. That's dead. I like it. I like it for emulation. It's a nice emulation machine. The other reason why I like it over something like my phone is it has actual physical buttons. So I'm actually physically like, tapping buttons. I'm not doing some on-screen fake overlaid buttons which suck because they're not responsive, so you don't feel that tactile feedback, and also it covers like half the screen, so you've lost like covers your so you're like your fingers are over the parts where you need to do stuff. So anyway, but I find that's more convenient on my phone because I always have my phone. I don't always have this on me. I don't always have the PSP on me, but I always have my phone on me. So I always can have some way to play games. So yeah. So I mean, hey, I don't care about emulation anymore. No, that's my thoughts on emulation now. Because I heard somebody say, I heard someone's like opinion on an argument on it, and it was like, yeah, if you're not making money, then it's fine. And I was like, you make a really good point. That's a really good point. That's a really valid, point. Like, good opinion, and I like it. I agree with him. This guy I was watching, and it was like, yeah, if you're not making money on it, I don't care. It doesn't make a difference because you're not hurting anybody. Because Nintendo's not getting money if you buy it from like your secondhand store, right? Your game store. They're not making money if you buy that game on NES you were going to emulate, but you bought it for like you bought it physically for no. Well, speaking of physically, there's physical and what's it called? There's the physical and um digital argument, Because I just watched a video and it was DuckTales remastered is not going to be on game stores game stores, going to be on like digital shops anymore. So you can't buy it digitally anymore. You can buy it physically still, obviously, because people still sell them, but you can't buy it digitally anymore. So you're like, oh, that's the thing. If we go all digital, right? Then what do we do? Like the Xbox One all digital, Xbox One S all digital, the Xbox One SAD. It's a terrible name for it, but hey, it's all digital. And so it's like, what happens when they just cut off all the stuff to it, all the like the store, it's just dead. Like, what will you do then? You then have to have those people who have that one specific game, and then they're going to sell those systems for like hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars because they're going to be like, hey, I'm the one with that game, and so it's going to be absorbing amounts of money, and then oh gosh, because what happens with stuff like World of Warcraft, right? When those servers just stop and cease to exist, what happens then? There'll be riots first of all, but then you know, I mean, but there's probably going to be people making their own servers probably because they're going to be like, no, this is not going to die. We're not going to let this die. So, so many like you have that problem with online, and then there's online only games which I don't like those at all. Why? What? Oh, what anyway? And then there's multiplayer where it's only online. There's no what's it called? Couch co-op. There's no sitting in a real room and playing together with someone anymore. Like that's the thing. I think it was Mario Maker 2 that they announced there's going to be multiplayer, and we're like, great, but only with random people, not with actual people. And I'm like, that's so stupid, though. Why? I want to play with my friend. But I think they added that in because I've seen people play with their friends together. It's like, so I think they saw the error of their ways and were like, well, we're smarter than that, and we're going to actually put local multiplayer in. So, because that's the thing, you think that's dead, right? I'll just play with my friend over. No, over in like the other side of town and whatever. No, no, people still want that. So people really, really still want that. So, and I don't think there's a way to find your friend though. I think it's you multiplayer is just random. So I don't think you can put in like your friend's name or something, or like find your friend to play with online. I think it's just online multiplayer. I think it's just you get a random person on online multiplayer, but they're still local multiplayer. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it's weird. Yeah, that's the thing about emulation. Yeah, but the other thing is with something like a Switch, people are arguing, yeah, well, the Switch online is a Switch virtual console. Their NES games are crap. Like it's all garbage. Like there's no good games, so I'm gonna emulate everything. I don't care. I'm gonna jailbreak it. I'm gonna hack it and be done with it. I'm like, okay, have fun. I wouldn't do that, but because it's still in the same era of like the Switch is in that generation, like it's still around. So I feel it's a little. I feel really bad doing that because you're losing whatever money or Nintendo, because Nintendo is making money on the Switch. So it is bad to do that. But I do see your point when people say, "Yeah, but it's awful. Yeah, but online is terrible." And it's like, well, yeah, I guess. And the other thing with that is because it's still around, they can ban you. Because still in the same generation, like it's still around, they can ban you. Like really ban you from using when doing a lot of stuff on the Wii U. So it's like, on the Switch. It's like, but some people are like, I'm gonna take the risk because it's absolute garbage, and I'm like, okay, hey, you know, take you. It's your choice. I mean, you take the risk anyway. So, and then about the other guys, which I don't even care about, like Sony and Microsoft. I don't even know what they're doing. Sony didn't go to E3 this year, so which I was like, why not? But because they're gonna try the thing that Nintendo did with their what did they call theirs? They called theirs. They called theirs. They called theirs. They're gonna do the thing that Nintendo did with their Nintendo Directs, and they called them. Oh, oh, I thought I just had it. So, oh, Direct. What's it called? State of Play. State of Play. That's what they called it. Yeah, because that's really good. They don't like Nintendo doesn't have to go to E3 anymore. They just have to put out a Nintendo Direct, and there you go. We all know everything about said thing. Because that's what he used to do before. They used to go to to E3 and announce all the big stuff. Like, oh, here's our big stuff. But now, even this year, right? It's like we all know that stuff already because you told us that already from Directs 2 months ago or Directs, and now it's like little details and little whatevers about it. Nintendo doesn't have to go to E3 anymore. No, it really doesn't. I don't think E3 is going to be a thing in like 5 years because everyone's just going to be doing these direct things, and everyone's going to see E3 as like a useless thing because they're going to be like, well, I don't have to spend $100,000 on a booth at E3. I could just put out a direct, and there you go. State of play. I don't know how many state of play they actually had. Do they have what like state of play? So yeah, they didn't weren't there, and then Sony all Sony did was explain their new console, which was the what do they call it? They call it the oh gosh, Microsoft new console is called, or at least the code name is called Scarlet. Xbox Scarlet, which are like it's so good, it's like amazing, it's freaking 8K and surround sound and or 3D sound, whatever it was called. And it's like okay, but again, I heard arguments where it's like, yeah, but you can only go so far until so far with like these video game systems. You can only make it so much better, right? It'll get to the point where it's like this is the best it can be, right? It's like with the resolution. It's like, yeah, your eye can only see so much. So it doesn't matter if you start going up to like 8K or 12K or 16K or 56K. Your eye can only see so much, so it's not going to make a difference after a certain point, you know? And then I don't know about this year for Nintendo at all because I didn't watch E3 at all this year. I watched it last year. I didn't watch it this year. I heard a bunch of stuff like Animal Crossing and people complaining about Animal Crossing because they're because of the it's like Minecraft for Animal Crossing. And it's like, oh, but they liked having to wait at the store and getting stuff. I don't know. I never played Animal Crossing, so I don't know. I don't really care. But I hear and I go, why though? Even me not never playing it, I just go, but why though? This is horrible. I don't get it. But hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So I yeah. So E3. I don't know. I really don't think E3 is going to exist in like 5 years because they're all going to do these direct things. So what else did Nintendo do? They did. There was that. There's a lot of little things like these little companies coming out being like, who is it? The what was that guy's company called? It's called N64 or what is it called? N64. No, FPGA console. What was that called? It was by Hyperkin? No, could still. Oh yeah, by ooh, Hyperkin? No, Hyperkin isn't quite sure what route to take with it. What? Was it Hyperkin? Yeah. Anyway, it's like that kind of stuff and like the little things, controllers for this and adapters, like N64 adapters and GameCube adapters, stuff like that. But the big stuff that we used to see, yeah, not a thing anymore really, because Nintendo and these companies have decided, well, we're gonna make these directs instead of E3, and up the wazoo, you're there. You go. You didn't, and not make E3 basically obsolete and useless. So yeah, so because the last E3 that I remember was like huge, and people were like, "Whoa, what?" Was like 2000 was it 11's E3 when they announced, or 2012's E3 when they announced whatever the one where they announced the Wii U, and everyone was like, "What? This is so cool!" But like after that, because after that, that's the era that they decided, well, we're gonna do a lot more. We're gonna do these directs, and Nintendo in Wii U's lifespan did so many directs that it's like, well, it made E3's obsolete because there was no big, huge announcements at E3. We all knew it before that. But you know, hey, what are you gonna do, right? I don't care really, so I don't care. Like E3. It's cool for all the other stuff, I guess nowadays, but all the other stuff, but the three big guys, they're not crazy cool anymore. It's not like oh these are big humongous things because one doesn't go anymore. Sony doesn't go anymore. They didn't go to last year's, and the other guys are just like whatever. So I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Yes, here we go. I don't know. I wanted to get something right here. This thing. Oh, maybe I put this. No. Oh dang. This is showing up different. Matt Ravens. Top five '80s movies. Okay. Anyway, let's read something here. Sorry, but yeah, it was like I don't know. I think it's obsolete in 5 years. It'll be dead because they'll all realize there's no point to going to E3 and spending $100,000 on a booth and whatever and setup and takedown and all that stuff. It's just a little bit too much. Nope. So anyway, yeah, yeah. So it's not horrible, but it's just getting obsolete. So yep. What else is there? What movies are coming out soon? Um, movies. What movies are coming out? I remember the time when movies you would wait like 5 years for movies. Now you can just like a year. It's like next summer, and you'd be like, what? Why? Or like Christmas of next year. And you're like, why? Or like 2 years. I remember when movies would come out like, and the date you'd see the trailer in like the movie theater, and then up on the screen would be like big letter, it'd be like 5, and then it was like 5 years away, and you'd be like, what? You see the date, and it'd be like 5 years away, and you'd be like, oh. But it would give you more anticipation. I remember that stuff. I remember that kind of stuff. Yeah, I remember those days. Now it's like a year and a half at most, maybe 2 years at most. So yeah, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just there's no anticipation anymore. There's no big, huge like. And then when it comes out, it's like, oh yeah, that movie. I almost forgot about the movie. No, now it's like, oh, oh yeah. Because it's also the stupid thing of like, there are way, way too many like remakes and sequels. Like, oh, let's make a XYZ 30. And you're like, why? Why do you have another one? Or what? You're remaking that movie? Why? I don't know. It's because it sells. It's because people sell. It's like the Disney remake crap. They made like what? They remade The Lion. So the first one that I remember was Jungle Book. But let me just look up. Let me look it up. There's no. Jungle Book live action. Let me see. When did that come out? That came out in. Let me see. That came out in 2016. Oh, I thought that came out in like 2015 maybe or 14 even. No, 15. At least 15. No, I guess not. Jungle Book, Disney Jungle Book. What? Jungle Book remake, and then that came out in stupid. That came out in 15. Disney's Cinderella live action. 2016. See? Oh, that one came out first. Okay. Cinderella had its world premiere on February 13th, 2016. Okay. 15. 15. Okay. That was 15. Okay. So the first one I remember is the other was Jungle Book, but apparently that came out first, the Cinderella one. But there was a Cinderella one, then there was that, and when did Beauty and the Beast come out? Sorry, you, Beauty and the Beast, 2017. Oh, oh, it came out 2017. Okay. 2017. Okay. So yeah, came out 2017. Okay. So it's Cinderella, then there was The Lion King, then there was Beauty and the Beast, and now they have like so many. They have made a Dumbo remake, live action remake. They made a Aladdin remake. They made a Lion King remake, like a live action remake. They made a they're making a both sorry, an Ariel like a Little Mermaid remake. It's weird. They're just and people are just like, why? Why would you ruin a perfectly good movie to make a remake of it? But I've also heard the argument, yeah, but the original one, still exists. It's not like it's dead. It's not like they've ripped out off store shelves and ripped them off everywhere and ripped them. You can't watch the original one somewhere. You know, that's destroyed all copies of the original. No, but they still exist. So stop complaining that it's awful. Oh, they made an awful remake. They destroyed. It's like Star Wars. People complain, oh, they ruined Star Wars. It's like, okay, but the original one still exists, so you can still watch the original trilogy if you. It's not like they destroyed the original trilogy. They didn't destroy the series. They did not. Anyway, I don't know. Remakes. What's the damn deal with people in remakes? List. Uh, no, no. Remakes. Haha. List of Disney remakes. According to 17, their Wikipedia article on it. List of Disney live action remakes. Animated films. Haha. Animated. We'll do this right here. We'll see. Haha. Let's see. The Jungle Book. 101 Dalmatians. Oh yeah, I remember that. They did make a remake of that live action. 102 Dalmatians. What? That's a thing? 102 Dalmatians is a thing? Okay. What else is there? There's yes. I can't even. Maleficent. Oh yeah. I forgot about Maleficent. Maleficent was 2014. Alice in Wonderland. Oh, with Johnny Depp, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I remember that with Johnny Depp. I remember that being weird because um it was very dark. Cause it was Tim Burton, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was Tim Burton, and it was very bizarre. People were like, because Tim Burton is a very bizarre director. People are just like, ooh, what? They made a remake in 1990. Wait, no. What? There is one. So they made two live action remakes of that movie of Jungle Book. Wait, let me read this. Is it okay? Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. Rudyard Kipling Jungle Book is a 1995 live action American adventure film. Co-written and directed by Stephen Summer, produced by Edward S. Feldman and Raju Patel from a story by Randall Yanover and Mark Goldman. It is the second film adaptation. Really? It is the second film adaptation by Walt Disney Company of the Mowgli story from the Jungle Book, and the second Jungle Book by Renyard Kipling, and the first live-action adaptation of Walt Disney's animated film of the same name. From 67. The film stars Jason Scott Lee. Jason Lee? Jason Lee's in this movie? Who do you play? And Lena Headey? No, Headey? Headey? And co-star Carrie Elwes, Sam Neill, John Cleese, and Jason Fleming. In this version of the animal. In this version, the animals do not speak. Why? That's weird. Anyway, so let's go back. So they made two versions of the Jungle Book. Okay. I didn't know that. No, I think I've heard of that, but I didn't know it was Disney who made that. I thought somebody else did it. It's like the whole thing when people think, Disney owns the rights to all those like fairy tales and princess movies, and it's like, no, Disney doesn't own those. Disney just decided to make versions of it. It's like, oh really? Like yeah. I'm like, oh okay. Anyway, so those 101 Dalmatians, 102 Dalmatians. Let me just bring this computer closer. Much closer. There we go. 101 Dalmatians, 102 Dalmatians with a remake. There you go. Alice in Wonderland. Yes, I remember that one. Forgot about that one. Alice in Wonderland. I totally forgot about Alice in Wonderland. Maleficent, Cinderella, Jungle Book. See, look, there you go. There's a second Jungle Book right here. Okay, Jungle Book. Then you've got, where is it? Alice with the Looking Glass, which was the second one. That came out in 2016. I thought it definitely came out earlier than that. Wow. Beauty and the Beast. Christopher Robin. Oh yeah, I remember that movie. Christopher Robin. That was 2000. That came out last year. 2018. Wow. Dumbo, Aladdin, The Lion King. Upcoming ones. There's another Maleficent movie coming out. Oh gosh. Lady and the Tramp. Why? Who cares? No offense. But you think people actually care about Lady and the Tramp where it would warrant a remake, really? Whatever, I don't care. I really don't care. What else? Mulan. That's the one I was like, why? Why would you do that? Cruella. Another 101 Dalmatians. Why? The Sword and the Stone. Hey, Sword in the Stone is one of my favorite Disney movies. It's such a good Disney movie. It's so good. But, I don't know. Live action remake, really? To be determined. Here you go. To be announced. Then there's Little Mermaid. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Why? There's another Jungle Book. A third Jungle Book. Why? There's Lilo and Stitch. Okay, sure. Then there's Hunchback of Notre Dame. Then there's the Jungle Book sequel. There's a Pinocchio sequel. What's Rose Red? Oh, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake? And then a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake. Why? Rose Red, which is the original movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Then there's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Why? Oh, I completely forgot that Disney Plus. About Disney Plus. That's why they're putting some of these. Some of these are probably just on Disney Plus. Yeah, see right there. Lady and the Tramp's just on Disney Plus, and the Sword and the Stone is just on Disney Plus. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, I forgot about the whole thing. Let's look at the box office performance. Jungle Book 2000 and no 94 is the best-selling one. 48 million, 43 million. Wait, 40. No, sorry, 48,000. No, it's 40 million. Okay. Worldwide, 320 million. Okay. And the other Jungle Book only made worldwide Oh, I made more. 966 million. Sorry, 966,000. Sorry, 320,000. No, I'm so confused here. Arenas. Okay. References. Also see. Okay. Why? I don't get it. Disney's the biggest culprit of this like, remake crap. Re-release? I'm fine with. Remake? Why? Remake to me, it's like, why? Why? I don't know. I guess they could put a lot of these on Disney Plus, cause also I forgot about Disney Plus and how like they're gonna put all the movies on Disney Plus and they'll be Disney like exclusives. They'll be like like Amazon original or Netflix original series. Or it's gonna be like Netflix, not Netflix. It's gonna be like Disney Plus original movies. You can only watch them on Disney Plus. Kind of like Disney Channel original movies. Well, there's gonna be, I guess, Disney Plus original movies. I don't know. I think that'll be it for now, guys. Been talking for I don't know how long, like now, a couple of, like an hour and a bit, or hours. I don't know. It's a long time, so I think that'll be it for now, guys. So, adios, muchachos.